It's a still, some optical brighteners, there are various chemicals, but some of the chemicals used are still beans, which are chemically similar to DES, diethylstilbestrol, which was used in the 1940s as a method of trying to prevent women from miscarrying or from having menopausal problems, but actually it just increased their risk of breast cancer and other problems like that. So it could be chemically, so some optical brighteners could be chemically similar to that. Now, when exposed to light, these optical brighteners break down. This is known as photodegradation, as mentioned in the title. And basically, we just measured the rates of photodegradation of 5 different brands of laundry detergent, which I'm not allowed to mention the exact names, but we did 5 different brands. We didn't have an actual laboratory to do this at. We did this at Silent Spring Institute. It's a great institute, and we studied with doctors Julia Brody and Ruth Ann Rudell. They're great people and very knowledgeable, and they helped us a lot with the project. But we didn't have an actual laboratory apparatus to do this with, but we did have a fluorometer to measure fluorescence of the optical brighteners. That picture right there, it's just that little machine right there. And also, as you can see in the picture, the optical brighteners, they glow in the dark under a UV light. So a way to just avoid exposure to these optical brighteners is to get laundry detergents that don't have these chemicals in them, such as 7th generation is an example of one brand that you could use for that. But yeah, basically environmental science, human health is my thing. My projects have, in 9th grade, my project, I tried to get the Huntington School District to stop using styrofoam trays in their cafeterias. 10th grade, I moved on to trying to improve efficiency of solar panels. And this year, I did a joint project with 2 other students at the high school on the invasive species of garlic mustard. So, yeah, I just like to spread the word of environmental science, and I spread the word of breast cancer and whatnot wherever I go and as often as I can. I'd like to thank the HBCAC for providing me with this wonderful opportunity, as well as the people at Silent Spring Institute for allowing me to conduct this experiment. Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions?
I know I'm very sensitive to a lot of laundry detergents, and I tend to either can't go near them because of the smell on the clothes, or I get rashes from it. Now, for us lay people, what can you look at in the ingredients of the various detergents? I know you said you can't really say the names, but what can you look at for those of us who are not necessarily scientists, so we know which kind of things to buy and which kind of things to stay away from?
Well, actually, that's another thing that I found out while I was doing background research on this. There is no law that that requires all the ingredients in laundry detergent to be put on the label. You don't have to, if you're a manufacturer of laundry detergent, if you're a company and you're using optical brighteners in your product, you don't have to put them on the label. Or you could just put them under a trade name or something. You don't have to put the actual thing. So that's kind of a problem there. But one brand that doesn't use it is a 7th generation. And also you can use that because what the optical brighteners do is it's a chemical residue left on your clothing, which is why you have to fluff them in the dryer so it becomes soft. So you can dry them on a line if you use something that doesn't leave that chemical residue. So that could save you money there. Unfortunately, some of the brands that don't use optical brighteners are more expensive, but you might be able to make up with that with line drying the clothing. That's just one thing. And also about the causing the sensitive skin problems, a lot of those are often blamed on fragrances added to the detergents. Much of that is actually caused by the optical brighteners. Contrary to popular belief. of the fragrances.
See, learn something every day, right? Any other questions? Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, you have another question? Wait, we have another question. Now, you do have to say who you are, though. Special guest.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lisa Cratter. I'm the coordinator of the Student and Scientist Environmental Research Scholarship Program. And wow, I am in awe, as always, of the students that are participants in our program. Not only are they able to articulate the science, but they, in fact, bring back the message to the community of the triggers associated with disease and cancer, and can speak to prevention, which is so important. Well, first of all, even before my question, I would like to make a little announcement. Megan today was the recipient of an award. Could you tell us the competition?
Yeah, it was a NICEF New York State Science and Engineering Fair. My partners and I got a third place for our project in the environmental sciences category. So, yeah.
It's truly fantastic.
First award in a competition that I've gotten.
And now for my question, the students that are in the room tonight that were part of our program over the past years all had the opportunity to present their research at a national level. Some of them in Cincinnati, some of them in San Francisco. I don't know if there are students that had presented elsewhere because we, for the past 4 or 5 years, those students had been invited to, as I said, present on a national level. I'm just wondering how it felt to speak before a body of individuals, of world-renowned scientists from all over the country that come together to discuss their own research and, in fact, incorporated the accomplishments of our students into the program where our students were able to present as well. I was just wondering if some of the students would like to speak about that particular experience and what it felt like to present and be amongst some of the finest scientists in the country.
Mm-hmm. Well, the fall of 2011, which was following my internship that summer, I got to go to the BSERP, Breast Cancer and Environmental Research Program conference, the annual one it was in Cincinnati that year, and it was a great experience. I learned a lot more about breast cancer there and about other environmental things, and I got to talk to some top scientists there, and it was really interesting, and I had never thought that I could be something at that great level, but yeah, it was a great experience, and thanks again for providing me with this opportunity.
Well, it was well earned.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do you feel that it equipped you further to come back and present the message of what you had learned to the community?
Mm-hmm, definitely. Each time I get to present my research, it's a learning experience for me. Basically, every time I tell it again and again, I have to learn it again and again. That's just a thing that happens, and it's fun being in research. Science is a great field to be in, and I'm proud to be in the environmental field because we need to step up our game and save this planet for future generations so they can enjoy it like I am.
Thank you, Megan. Is there anyone else that would like to share? Colin?
Hey, Colin.
Hello, Megan. I did greatly enjoy this program. Like I said, I went to Brookhaven, and then over the fall, this fall that just passed, my group, we went to San Francisco, and we participated in the BSERP conference in San Francisco, which that was a great experience for me because I was able to talk about the research that I did at Brookhaven. I was able to talk with world-renowned scientists about their own research in the fields of oncology, biology, microbiology, things like that, and I was able to have conversations with them about the subjects. I was able to tell them, this is how I feel certain situations can be dealt with, and they seem to enjoy communicating with me on those kinds of issues and topics. I also greatly enjoyed practicing my ability to speak publicly there, which is something that as a scientist I think is somewhat lacking in some scientists, which is a very important ability, the ability to go up in front of a crowd of people and explain to them your research in layman's terms, because not everyone has a PhD in microbiology and can understand what P53 is. So I felt that was very important. And I was going to say something else, but it slipped my mind. Can't remember, I'm sorry. But I wanted to thank you as well as Miss Miller and the people at the Huntington Breast Cancer Action Coalition for affording me this opportunity to go do research at Brookhaven and then go to San Francisco and present this research. It was very enjoyable, and I would not trade that experience for anything.
All right. Hooray for science.
I just also want to thank Susan Berland and the Youth Council for providing a forum for these young men and women this evening.
All right, well, let's have all our scientists come back up and have another round of applause. Everybody who presented, come on back up. Let's have a round of applause for all our young scientists. I want to thank everybody for coming today and for participating in our first annual Science Forum sponsored by the Town of Huntington Youth Council. So if you're watching us on TV, get involved in science, get involved in your research program in your high school. Contact Huntington Breast Cancer Action Coalition if you're interested in applying for any internships with them. Contact us at Town Hall. You can reach my office at 351-3173. So, and also if you're interested in joining the Youth Council, call me as well. And everybody have a great night, get home safely, and let's all cure cancer together. Thank you very much. Have a nice night, everyone.